डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Namaskar dear students, myself Zeel Sagar Shah, working as an assistant professor in School of Computer Science in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Welcome to the lecture series of object-oriented programming using C++. So far, you have learned about array, structure, pointers in this lecture series. Now, you are going to learn about functions in C++. This is the major part of C++. Let's see today's unit. So today's our agenda is introduction, library functions. So in introduction to function, what is first of all function? A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. Function helps in breaking a program into a smaller, manageable and reusable part. Instead of writing the same code repeatedly, we can use function and call many a times whenever we need in our program. So, let's see function in detail. We have two types of functions. First is library function and user-defined function. What is library function? Library function is a program to perform a specific task. C++ is rich in programming. C++ rich in library function. In single group, in a single group, if we have a specific task together, then we can call as a library. So, for example, if we have mathematical functions to perform in a specific program, then what we will use? We will use mathematical functions. And for that, we have a separate library, that is CMath library, to perform mathematical functions in our program. For example, if we have string functions, if we want to concatenate some string in a single line, then we will use concatenate or concat function specified in our compiler. So we need not try to specify or write a separate function for it. So library functions are stored into a single file. So in library, so let's see, library functions are called built-in functions. These are the functions that are provided by C++ and we need not write them by ourselves. We can directly use these functions in our code. As another, user-defined functions are created by user or programmer and it is created as per requirement of our program. So I hope now you get the difference between library functions and user-defined functions. Library functions are predefined functions in C++ and user-defined functions are the functions which are defined by the user as per the requirement of the program. So let's see the library functions in detail. So in library functions, we have standard input output, numeric, character or string. In numeric, we have mathematical library functions, as I said. So let's see standard input output functions. In standard input output functions, we have three different functionalities, that is formatted, unformatted and file input output. Let's see formatted input output functions. These functions allow you to handle the input and output with the formatting. This automatically handle the conversion and arrangement of data types. What is unformatted input-output functions? Unformatted input-output functions are used to read or write raw data without any formatting. These are more efficient for low-level input-output operations. So let's see all these functions in detail. Formatted input-output functions. We have output functions, that is cout. This is a standard cout output function used to output data to console, that is standard output. As we used in our day-to-day C++ programming, cout, cin. So syntax of cout is cout, then exertion operator, and then the data we want to display in our screen. Printf. So this is the C style formatted output data with formatted controls such as specifying the number of decimal places with etc. I hope you have recalled this printf in C programming or in our previous lecture. So what is the syntax of printf? Printf and the format specifier and the data we want to show in our screen. Another input functions are cin. This is the standard input function we use to take a input from our console or a user. So we use cin in our day-to-day C++ programming. In syntax, cin, then insertion operator and the variable we want to enter in as our input. Scanf. This is the another C style type formatted input, reads data with a specified format like integers, floating point, etc. As you already know how C language works, so scanf, and then we have a format specifier, and in this we have AND operator and variable. So this is the difference between cin input function and scanf input function. In cin we just write insertion operator and variable, but in scanf we have to write AND operator with variable. Now let's see unformatted input-output functions. We have getch, getche, getchar, and gets. So what is getch? This function accepts a character from the keyboard and does not echo the type character on the screen. It will read a character just after you write the, and we have to wait for the enter key to pressed. What is getche? The function getche is similar to getch, but what is difference between getch and getch? It accepts the getch with echoed the type of character on the screen, whereas getch does not echo the type character on the screen. So this is the difference between getch and getche. So now let's see what is getchar. Getchar also reads a character from the keyboard and echo it on the screen just after it is typed. It requires the enter key to be pressed. So this is the difference between getch, getche, getchar. I hope now you get the difference between all these functions. Now let's jump to the gets. That is, it accepts a string or a group of string or a group of words from the keyboard at a time, which is not possible by cin or getch. It is used to read a sentence from the keyboard. Now, what are the output functions? That is putch and putchar. So, what is the difference between putch and putchar? putch and putchar are just like the opposite of getch and getchar. So they are used to display a single character on the screen. Puts is also just opposite to gets, and it is used to display a string or a sentence on the screen. I hope now you get the difference between putch and putchar. Let's see a simple example of unformatted input-output functions. So, hash include conio.h. We required this library because we required to know getch and getche difference. After that, I have include iostream using namespace std. In int main, we have char ch. Using getch, we will get character is not equal to the screen. So cout, enter a character using getch. What I have done over here in character ch, I simply pass getch function. So what will we get as end of this? We will see the difference of getch and getchar in this. So whenever I encode this, that is cout, you enter getch. What will I will get? You will get to know. In inputs, we will have hello world. And in puts, we have another line, that is this is another line printed using puts. Now I hope you get the idea how puts work in our C++ language. So whenever I try to run this program in our compiler, what I will get is like this. In enter character using getch, we have blank because you enter getch, it is not echoed in the first, and in the second the things are echoed, that is you enter getch. I hope now you get the idea about how getch work. And in puts, why puts we have used? Put is used to print the entire string or a group of words in a single sentence. Now I hope you get the unformatted input-output functions in detail. Let's see file input-output functions. So we have open function, close function, read function, write function. So these are the types of file input-output functions which we will use in the last unit of our lecture series, that is file handling. You just get the idea about how this works right now. Just the properties of it and the example why we use this function. Just focus on that thing only. We will use this functions in detail in the last lecture of our lecture series. So open a file for reading or write. So open function use. If I want to open a file from our C++ program, then what we will do? We will just simply write input file, then dot open function, and in that whichever file we want to open in our program, we will write that file name. Close the file after our operations are done. So input file dot close. If I want to close the file in our program, then what I will use? Input file dot close function. If I want to read a data from a file which is only a binary file, so whenever I write something in our file, it will automatically saved as binary in the backend. So input file dot read, then buffer, and then the size of the file. The only purpose of this file input output functions in this unit is only to get about the file input functions, as well as write data in a file. So output file dot write, then buffer and size. These are the parameters of write function. You will get to know the parameters, how parameterized functions differ from the normal functions in the next chapter. So getLine is how we will use getLine if I want to read a line from a text file. Then what I will do, getLine, then input file and the line number, whichever line we want to read, then what I will use, the line number as this. So these are the file input output functions. Now let's see mathematical input output functions, that is mathematical functions. So these are the functions in our mathematical functions library. So cos x, sin x. Let's see the example of mathematical functions. Then you get the idea about how this works. And we will see again this slide and how we will use this mathematical functions in our C++. Let's see the example of mathematical function. I have used power function, then square root function, ceil function. Let's see, first of all I have included IOStream. After that I have included CMath library. CMath library is important. Why? Because we want to use mathematical functions in our C++ program. So after that we have using namespace std. What I have done is I have just simply cout 2 raised to 3, that is power to 2, 3. So what we will get as our output, let's see. So when is 2 raised to 3, we will have 8. What is the square root of 49? So sqrt. So these are the functions. These are the predefined functions in C++. We need not write to have another set of functions and then write our own logic. It already has in our C++. So we need not write our another user defined function and then use. So this is the advantages of C++, because we have a rich library set in our C++. So let's see, let's get back to our example. Ceil 3.8. So ceil is ceiling function, as we know how we use in our Excel, ceil, floor. So this is how truncate. So 5.3 and then 2. So what is the truncation of it? 2. Then round 4.6. It rounded off to 5. Why? Because 4.5 is the 5 is the upper limit, 6 is the upper limit of 5. So when we round it off, it automatically gets to 5. In remainder 8 raised to 3, we have 1. I hope you get how remainder works. Then absolute, log 5, exponential 5 to 0, log 10 to 5. I hope now you get how all this works. Let's get back to the functionality of mathematical functions. So exponential, it computes the exponent is raised to the power of x. Log x, it computes the natural logarithm of x. Power x raised to 5, it computes x raised to the power y. I hope now you get the how mathematical functions work in our C++. Thank you.
स्वाध्यायः